A24's successful Rotten Tomatoes streak ended with The Front Room, which, at the same time, continues a disastrous 26-year streak for its lead actress. Thanks to its variety of movies, A24 has become one of the leading studios in the horror genre, bringing movies like Hereditary, The Witch, Talk to Me, and more. Thanks to these and more hits, A24 is now synonymous with high quality in horror movies, but its great Rotten Tomatoes streak has now ended with its most recent horror movie, The Front Room. Directed by Max and Sam Eggers and based on the 2016 short story of the same name by Susan Hill, The Front Room follows Belinda, Brandy, a pregnant anthropology professor grieving from the loss of her firstborn son. When her husband's father dies, she and Norman, Andrew Burnap, are forced to take his mother, Solange, Catherine Hunter, in. Solange soon begins to act aggressively against Belinda, and dark and disturbing secrets about her are eventually revealed. Despite its intriguing premise, The Front Room failed to impress critics and continues a disastrous Rotten Tomatoes streak for Brandy. Brandy is known for both her music and acting careers, but the latter hasn't seen much success in recent years. Brandy's acting career began on TV in the early 1990s on the TV shows Thea and Moshe, and she made her big screen debut in 1997 in Cinderella. In 1998, she branched out to horror when she played Carla Wilson in I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and though that earned her a place in the hearts of slasher fans, it also marked the beginning of her disastrous Rotten Tomatoes streak. Cinderella has an 86% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes, but I Still Know What You Did Last Summer went a lot lower with a horrifying 7% score. Unfortunately, every single one of Brandy's movies since then, both live action and animated, has been rotten, though some, like Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, reached a fresh audience score. Sadly, The Front Room continues this disastrous streak with its 52% critics score and an even lower audience one with 37%, so it's rotten in both categories. Front Room failed with critics and viewers, but it's one of Brandy's highest rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes since I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, and it's a huge improvement in her horror career. As mentioned above, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer has a shocking 7% critics score, as critics called it boring and predictable, and pointed out its lack of scares, melodramatic dialogue, underdeveloped characters, and unnecessary cliffhanger ending as some of its weaknesses. Brandy's horror debut wasn't a hit, but at least her return performed a bit better. Front Room has a 52% critics score on Rotten Tomatoes after critics said it failed to address its big themes, abuse and racism. The story went nowhere, and they are divided when it comes to Hunter's performance, which definitely took the spotlight, but to some critics, it was for the wrong reasons. Brandy's bad Rotten Tomatoes streak in horror could be fixed if she returns in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie, and, of course, if the movie learns from the saga's past mistakes.